Hey, so what's up? This is the Dark Truth. I'm gonna show you ESPN. This is a show called ESPN First Take, where they debate sports topics. But anyway, it started off. Why is it that ESPN is a station that deals with athletes and sports 24/7? Why do they like to bash the athletes so much? This is a show that has guests sometimes that sit at the desk and they debate with Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith. So Cari Champion is the moderator. So I guess this summer she did a piece on Cam Newton. I'm gonna play it for you and show you why is it such the trying to bash and question who this athlete is and who he is off the field. Why do you need to know that? You don't really need to know that. And why are you bashing him when you guys are making all this money off of showing sports? When you have Lil Wayne on set, you don't sit there and talk to Lil Wayne about his drug charges or his 4 or 5 baby mamas he has. Not that I'm hating or anything. The Dark Truth ain't hating. But it's like you guys have all these other celebrities that are on there that have criminal records and whatnot, and you don't like to bring up their past on the show, but you make money off all these athletes and you want to steady bashing. Listen.
The church. Did you see a different Cam Newton on camera than the one we've been complaining about in terms of how he projects himself on the field?
Oh no, he was lighthearted. I call him a big 25-year-old kid. He was having fun. He was joking with a lot of the kids with his charity program. However, here's the thing with Cam Newton, which is why I feel like we have a hard time defining who he is when we talk about him on this show.
You have a hard time defining who he is.
He is well aware of what people think about him. So I believe all the good and the bad things are playing in his mind like a highlight reel. What he did right, what he did wrong. So when he is talking, you never know what you're going to get. So if he doesn't win, and I asked him straight up, I said, is it fair to say you don't know how to win? You don't know how to handle yourself. You don't know how to lose, rather. You don't know how to handle yourself in public. And he said, you're right, I don't know how to lose. I'm used to just winning at all things.
And so what's wrong with that? If you're used to winning, what's wrong with not knowing how to lose?
He's very well aware of it. And this is why I believe we don't know what we're going to get. So he has this great third season. You and I know, we talked about it. He played well. He had a coming out party on Monday Night Football. He beat Tom Brady, all due to some controversy, but he still beat Tom Brady.
All right, right there, that's a reach. Cam Newton won the junior college national championship. He won the college national championship, and he was a first-round pick. I think his first game he threw for 400-something yards. So how in his third year is that his coming out party? You know what I mean? Like just stop trying to stretch the story. And then can we hear and see the story? Like what's with this whole soliloquy right now of her saying what's on the interview? Can we hear it?
He
played great.
He played great.
Wow.
And then he turns around, and then he'll have a conference about Ndamukong Suh, or he'll be sulking on the sideline. You just don't know what you're going to get, and I think he's still trying to find his identity.
He's sulking on the sideline? What are y'all talking about, man? How do you know what he's doing on the sideline? You guys have been saying that for years. He's put the towel on his head whether he's been winning or losing. They want to make the towel on his head mean he's sulking. Did they ask him, is that what he's doing? Maybe you know. I don't know. The Dark Truth don't know.
So, how defensive did you find him when you asked him the hardest questions, including the big picture question, which is sort of your theme of the night? Will he grow up? Will he mature? How defensive did he get over those questions?
Will he grow up? Will he mature? Why does he have to? All the other fools that you have up on the show, have they grown up? Have they matured? Do you ask them those questions? Why does he have to? He plays quarterback for the Carolina Panthers. Why is it such a negative issue with an athlete?
He was really thoughtful, a little defensive, but again, very aware of who he is. He was thoughtful because
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now he's very aware of who he is? I thought just a few seconds ago we didn't know what we were going to get. He doesn't have an identity yet. He doesn't know who he is yet. But now he's very aware? Oh, okay. Okay.
I do believe there's a part of him who wanted to give the right answer, and he thought he had to give the right answer. But I think he thinks, I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to be different. I'm not going to be like that franchise.
But I think he thinks. And of course, I'll go gender. The dark truth can go gender there because I'm telling the truth. This is a female. So that's what they like to do. Females like to talk about, I think that he thinks. What do you mean you think that he thinks? Have you been a quarterback before? With no weapons? Well, one brand new weapon in Kelvin Benjamin.
Quarterback Peyton Manning in terms of how I present myself. I'm not going to be like that franchise quarterback Tom Brady in terms of what I say when I stand in front of the media. And that's because he, again, is 25 years old.
No, that's because he's not Peyton Manning. That's because he's not Tom Brady. He's Cam Newton. So why should he have to sit in front of a podium like Peyton Manning? He's already in front of a podium like Cam Newton. Why does he have to be like Tom Brady? He's already in the same position as them. He's Cam Newton.
He wants to be a leader like they are. He wants to be that franchise quarterback with the face and all the glory and the glitz and the glam that comes with it, but he wants to do it his way.
Why do you think he picked now to finally talk?
Well, he was coming off a really good year. Again, we did it in the summer. He had a really good third year. He played well. Again, he beat Tom Brady. He felt as if he had arrived.
Wait a minute. So he has to have won and done all this stuff. That's why now he wants to talk? Or is it that that's why now you guys want to talk to him? And I think they said that he did beat Tom Brady, but he's trying to be like them. Okay.
Matured. He wanted to be the leader of that team. This was all before we really knew what went down with Steve Smith leaving. So I never really got into the particulars. He said the right thing. We miss Steve Smith. I want him here. But they are trying.
Wait a minute. You just went and had an interview and you didn't get into the particulars? Did she just say that, or did I hear it? Like, so we've been on here for eight minutes so far right now, but she didn't get into the particulars. Okay.
Trying to establish the fact that he is their quarterback. He is the leader. And the front office is behind him, obviously. And so I think his team felt, this is the time to show who he is, what he's been through, and why he appears the way he does.
So to you, Mr. Smith, how much of a pass are you giving Cam this year because he lacks weapons?
I'm giving him a huge pass in that regard because to take his leading four weapons away from him, I think is egregious on the part of Panthers management.
He added a good one.
Yeah, he added a good one in Benjamin out of Florida State, no doubt about it. He still has Olsen, but four weapons are gone. But what I'm still holding against him is that he seems, his attitude, he seems to be defeated a lot of times.
Yeah.
And as the quarterback, you can't come across that way all the time. That's the one thing I think he has to fix.
He puts too much pressure on himself. He feels like he has to win it all. He used to tell the coaches, and we interviewed his coach at Blinn Junior College, he said, give me the ball, put it in my hands. I can win the game.
Well, he did.
Damn, can we hear the interview? Or do we need to hear, like, are you dating Cam or something? Or, like, can we hear the interview? Because you just over here telling us what he said on the interview. Can we hear the damn interview?
Yeah.
won the national championship.
But you can't do that at the National Football level, right? As you know, you have a hard time. You need some help with that.
He was a big winner at both those levels.
Yes, at Bland and at Auburn.
The problem is the look on
Yes.
his face comes across as if he's blank.